Happy Holy Week to my artist friends. This week we're going to learn how to draw and color our own palm leaf. Since we didn't get to go to Mass like we normally would this time of year and get our own palm leaf, we're going to create one from scratch. The only things you're going to need are some paper, you'll need a Sharpie or a black marker, a pencil, an eraser, 2 green markers, 1 light and 1 dark, and a white colored pencil or a white crayon. For our very first step, you're going to grab your Sharpie. Now, if you want to create this whole drawing in pencil first and then go over it in Sharpie when we're done before we color it, you can do that, but I'm just going to go for it. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a line all the way from the bottom left corner of my page to the top right corner, leaving a little bit of space at the top, and the line is going to be a little bit curved, so it's going to have a little arch to it. Okay, and then I leave a little bit of space up here. Now I'm going to create a point with this line and come straight down following that same curve, but leaving a little bit of space in between my 2 lines. Now this is going to become the stem of my palm leaf. When I get to the bottom here, the bottom left corner, I'm going to just draw a straight line to connect those 2 long curved lines. Great job. Now you have your stem of your palm leaf. Now we're going to add a bunch of little tiny leaves on each side of the stem. The first leaf you're going to do up here, really, really tiny, just like that. So you want the end to form a little bit of a point, just like you did with your long stem. Now, one thing that I suggest that is super helpful is take your pencil and draw a curved line to give yourself a guide so you know where to go with your leaves. So I'm just going to create a line with my pencil just like that on both sides, and then I know where to stop on the edge here. So I just go straight out to the side and come back in. Now you're going to keep going and create a whole side of leaves just like this. Now you're going to do the same exact thing that you did on the right side to the left side of your palm leaf. Now, if I accidentally draw a leaf with too much space in between, one thing that I could do is just simply draw another leaf, or maybe there's space for 2 leaves in between. So you just keep going and solve that problem. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, mine doesn't look perfect at all. There's some spots that I've already messed up, and that's okay. These palm leaves, in real life, they're not perfect either. So every leaf is going to look different, and that is awesome and perfectly okay. Now you get to grab your eraser and let this marker dry for a couple seconds before you start erasing, otherwise you're going to smear the wet marker. So once it's dry, you grab your eraser and begin to erase any pencil marks that are showing. So now's the time. If you chose to do your drawing in pencil first, you can pause this video, go back, grab your Sharpie, and draw over all of your pencil lines with your Sharpie. Let it dry, and then go back with your eraser and erase any pencil marks that you made. So by doing this, you're going to make your drawing look nice and clean and fresh and sharp. Now for the fun part, the color. So you're going to take your lighter green marker and color everything inside the lines light green. One thing that I suggest you do when you start coloring your leaves is start at the point away from the stem, because when you look down here and you're trying to figure out which lines to color in, it's really confusing. But if you start up here at one of the points, then you know that you need to color in between these two black lines. All right, now you take that same marker that you just used, the lighter green marker, and you're gonna go back in and add some different shades of green. So you're gonna go to every single leaf and draw another layer of green on the bottom half. So you go just like this. And so all you're doing is adding, whoops, you might color outside the lines, and that is perfectly fine. You're just adding another layer of this marker, so it's gonna create a darker shade of the same color. Okay, and that's gonna create a more 3D look to our drawing. And all that means is that it's gonna look less flat and more realistic. Now you're gonna grab your darker green marker. Darker green marker, that rhymes, kind of fun. And you're gonna do the exact same thing that you just did, except a shorter distance. So you're gonna take your dark green marker and you're gonna color in the base of each leaf closest to the stem. And it's gonna create a darker layer of shadow, and it's gonna give our palm leaf some more definition. Okay, so go in and do that to every leaf and part of the stem. If you think that that looks better on your drawing, you can color in the stem dark green as well. So you should still be able to see a layer of medium green. So you have that light green, then you have 2 layers of that light green, and then you have a layer of dark green. So when you're drawing with your dark green marker, you're not going very far up with that color. Now, our last final step, take your white colored pencil or your white crayon, doesn't matter, they'll both do a very similar thing to our drawing. So all we're gonna do is add a little bit of highlight, which means that the light is hitting our leaf. So again, it'll make it look more realistic and more 3D. So take your white colored pencil or crayon, and just like you did with your other colors, you're gonna add some definition. So color on top of that light green just at the ends of each leaf. So you go from dark to light with your leaves. Awesome job, you guys. You're done. Your palm leaf, I'm sure, looks fabulous. Super excited to see how they turned out. Make sure you send me a photo. And if you want to be extra daring and extra bold, you can even cut this out and hang it on your wall. But be extra careful because these leaves are so tiny and so skinny. I hope you guys had fun drawing with me. I will see you next time.